All right, so she is really feeling very insecure because Leslie here, is busting her butt trying to make ends meet, and baby daddy hasn't been doing a whole heck of a lot.
Yes, sir. So they've been together for about 2 years, and they have a baby who is a few months old now. And like you said, she has been driving around trying to make ends meet because he's currently not working, and he is taking care of the kid. So she's saying she does want him to get a job, but only if it's worth it. But she's out there driving around and working hard and not getting home until about 6 or 7 o'clock. And every time that she does, the house hasn't been cleaned. It doesn't appear that he's done much. And she ends up even having to make a meal for herself because a lot of the times he's only made a meal for him. So she's like, dude, you're spending half of the money I'm making all day just to get yourself a meal. And you still haven't found a job after all of this time. So she's saying that he's always on Instagram. He's always on TikTok. And she's wondering if he's been lying all of this time about what he's really doing in his spare time.
So we tested him last night. We'll have results here in a second. Hey, Leslie.
Hi guys, how we doing today?
Hey, these are the to catch a cheaters that I absolutely hate because you guys got a newborn, right?
Yeah, that's I mean, I was raised to be a very committed person, and I love my kid. He's the father of my kid, so unless this was like a very serious situation, like honestly, I wouldn't even be contacting you guys.
How old is your baby?
He's 4 months.
Okay. These are the ones I hate doing because if it goes sideways, then we got a whole bunch of different problems. So here you are. And now how come he hasn't done the same thing you have done? I think you emailed us and said you're working a couple of different jobs to make ends meet. So what has his excuse been for not doing the same thing?
I mean, he said he's been sending resumes. Well, that's what he said. He said he hasn't gotten like any calls or anything. I asked him if he wanted to do the Uber thing. He said that was like not his thing. That he was waiting for his job because he lost it. And like I get it, it's we all been dealing with this pandemic, right? But I mean, while you wait, can you at least take proper care, right?
Yeah,
come on.
This is infuriating. So Leslie, here's what we kind of assume, that when you call up the Bert Show, that you're calling and we speak to you as though you are our best friend, right? So we can give you like a harsh opinion, even though we really are meeting for the first time. So can we do that? Because you already sound like you're teetering a little bit.
Sure.
All right, this not my thing is really infuriating to me. The fact that it has to be your thing, so you have 2 jobs, yet he's decided that Ubering or Uber eating or whatever is beneath him and it's not his thing, really is super infuriating. And it's something that I hope you chew on, and I'm sure you have already. It must be really upsetting for you.
I mean, I'm only doing the Uber thing just so we could get that extra money, and I told him, do you want to do it? So now, here I am being the provider, and I want to be with my kid,
Right. Well,
How long did you say it's been since he's not worked?
It's been like 7, like about 7 months or so.
7 months.
Because it was before I gave birth.
Okay. And you're not sure. I mean, you see him online all the time, but you don't know if he's looking for jobs. You don't know if he's...
I don't know what he's been doing. I was getting his unemployment and everything, but still, like I said, everything's been a mess, and I don't see him doing anything. I don't see he's being up too much. Yeah. And it's infuriating.
To be honest with you, I think regardless of the results, you should have a timeline in your head of when you're just simply not going to do this all on your own anymore.
That's so hard to do when you got a newborn like that. That's a tough decision. That is a game changer right there.
No, I mean, before I get there, like, I didn't mind because we were getting unemployment, and I thought it was going to be great, because at least we were both gonna have the time for Jason, but now, yeah, it's been too much.
Okay. My heart's breaking for you already, and we haven't even given you the results. All right. So what we did last night was we contacted him on Instagram. So that takes a little bit longer, but we did finally reach out to him, and Davi is going to read off here the exact conversation and the back and forth they had with your baby daddy, okay?
Okay.
We had our hot girl reach out to him on Insta story. She replied to an Insta story he posted where he was making a baby laugh. And she said, "There's nothing sexier than a man who knows how to make a baby laugh." And he said, "Oh, really? Then I'm the hottest man alive." She said, "From the looks of it, you might be one of them." And he said, "Hopefully not just because I can make a baby laugh." And she said, "Definitely not the only reason. Where is that sweet baby now?" He said, "Napping." She said, "Nice. So you get a break. What do you plan to do with your free time?" He said, "Well, right now, I'm just looking at your profile. ... She said, "Oh, yeah? Anything you see that you like?" He said, "A lot." She said, "Like what?" He sends her an image from her own feed. "I like this," he says. He sends another photo from her feed. "And this." He sends a third screenshot of her feed and says, "And this." She said, "Well, if you like those, you'd probably like some of the ones I can't post." He said, "Maybe you should let me see some of them." She sends, at this time, a sexy pic. He writes back, "Well, that's nice, but I think you can do better." She writes back, "Well, I think I can send something I think you'll like a little bit more in just a little bit. Will you be around?" He said, "I'm not going anywhere." And she said, "Winky face." And that's when the conversation ended.
So your instinct is on here. God, I hate these. I mean, there's a lot to chew on here, and none of it's good. I mean, here he is. He's supposed to be watching your kid, and the kid is napping. Your kid is napping. His son is napping, and here, this is what he's doing while you're out working. 2 different jobs. So I'm stating the obvious here. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Like he's using my kid
yeah.
to attract people. Like, trying to make it like he's a good dad. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you can't. Don't put this on you. You
No.
haven't done anything wrong. I know it feels crappy, and your life now is probably going to go in a different direction than you thought it was going. But now you've got facts, and now you can take some control of your life, even though, look, this has got to be really difficult. I know that there are a lot of women that stay in relationships because they're like, financially, what am I going to do, man? I'm stuck with this dude. And I'm not a big fan of stuck, and I recognize that this is really, really going to be hard if you decide to leave. But there's got to be a support system around you, friends, family, somebody that can help out, because you can do better than this, and you deserve better than this.
It just makes me feel
So-
like an idiot for, just trying to stick around.
You shouldn't.
You're not.
You shouldn't feel
you're-
like an idiot.
No,
at
don't
all.
feel like an idiot. You've been working 2 jobs. You just had a baby.
It's been too long, but I was committed. I was trying to be supportive, and now it just made me look like an idiot.
No, you're
Nope.
not an idiot.
You're not. You're a hardworking woman trying to provide for her kid, and that is to be honored. You are courageous for staying as long as you have, not the other way
Absolutely.
around. So, Leslie, look, you got a lot to chew on. We're not going to keep you on. It would be painful to talk to you and have you do this publicly. You don't need to do that. So if there's anything we can do behind the scenes to help you out, please let us know. If I were you, I'd rely on some friends here and some family, and start thinking of your future and your baby's future.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all the help, and thank you for the words.
All right, good luck.
The Bert Show.